been a long time.
Well, that's it then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck it. It's been so long. Hello, dear listener. Hello, that's your intro. It's very low key. We'll get back into it. We'll get energy and shit. Lots changed
Hello,
since the
welcome
last
to
time we recorded
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one watch. We watch things, we talk about it, it sells itself. Or it doesn't sell itself.
Yeah.
Whichever. What's changed? I'm 30 now.
Yeah.
Level 30.
You're
I've
old.
been really fucking ill. I've been unable to eat for a week. Neighbours are banging next door. What's new in your life?
I've seen a lot more anime. None of which I'm planning on talking about in this part.
Not this episode.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we need to do this. Let's get our energy. I've got my Lucas egg. Right, one watched. Tom, have you watched anything?
Yes, I have watched a documentary called Arts and Crafts.
Arts and Crafts. Do you want to start with that? I've got 2 films. One low budget, one high budget.
We'll start with Arts and Crafts.
Okay, documentary, Arts and Crafts.
So Arts and Crafts is about an art forger.
An art forger.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm noticing a recurring theme in your...
I watched quite a lot of art forgery.
Yeah, did the wine episode never made it up?
No.
On one of the episodes that never made it, you watched one about a wine forger.
Yeah. I'm fascinated by forgery because, like, the idea of people, particularly when, like, the person is actually not actually a bad person, makes it way more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they can't be that great a forger if they got caught. Like, usually a documentary, it's because it's a forgery. Like, the best forgers, we don't know, you know?
Most of them get caught.
Yeah.
This one's an amazing forger called Mark Landis.
Mark Landis.
Yeah, and what makes him absolutely fascinating, and also, like, makes it slightly awkward to get into the documentary at first, is he has a whole host of different, like, mental disorders that he doesn't specify. Like, one bit he's got a list and he's like reading them off. He just goes, got that one, got that one,
right?
Oh, I got that one, and then he gets to one and he just goes, oh, I've not got that, and that's like fascinating. So the reason that makes him fascinating is he's the only art forger that I know of that has not made money from his art forgery.
Right. Okay.
Because he went to art school and stuff. He did, like, photography and shit in college.
Yeah.
And whilst all the other people would watch, like, old movies like he did, and they would see, like, the art on the wall and they'd be like, I'd want to have my art like that.
Yeah.
He was way more fascinated by the philanthropists and the people who collected art.
The philanthropists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what he decided to do is he decided to be one of them.
Mm.
So his whole thing is he forges art and then just gives it to museums and stuff as donations and makes up whole backstories about how the art's come into his family because he finds that way more interesting. He doesn't make any money off it. He donates it all to them. He's not, like, he's been caught, but he's not been arrested because I don't think they know what to find, like, properly sort of. He's like, one, he's really old, and I don't think they really know what to do with him. Like, damages and stuff. What do you charge him for damages?
Yeah.
He never wanted, and he just doesn't get it. Like, because of all the disorders and stuff, it just doesn't process to him that that's a bad thing.
Right.
Like, even as you go through the documentary, it has a great ending, where he says what he's going to do next, because he's not going to donate that anymore. He's not allowed to be a philanthropist anymore because they caught him. Do you mind a spoiler? It's really nice little ending, but it's like...
I'm not sure we should.
Yeah. I might tell you.
Tell me after.
Yeah.
But there's a lovely ending.
It's just got a lovely little thing that's just brilliant about it. So the whole thing's like following him and loads of other people, and he didn't get caught for ages. The only reason he got caught was one guy. He was doing it for decades, and one guy noticed. I think he'd been to another museum that had the paintings that he had offered them.
Right.
And he took offence to it. And was determined to catch the guy, and basically did it on his own. Like, the FBI and stuff weren't particularly helping. Like, all the different bureaus and shit weren't helping. They eventually did to help a little bit and whatnot, but it's basically him. Like, he lost his job over it and all sorts. And then by the end of it, like, he goes and meets him and everything.
Yeah.
And you can tell, like, from his face when he meets him, that he wants to be really pissed off. But he can't because of how the old guy is. The old guy's just amazing. Like,
right.
He just has absolutely no concept that what he's done is done wrong.
Okay.
As, like, anything. It's just...
Yeah. Right.
It's fascinating.
What's it called again? Sorry.
Arts and Crafts.
Arts and Crafts, and you watched it on
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. I don't know what to make of that.
It's fascinating. It's amazing.
Because it is. It's lying.
Yeah, it is forgery, and in a way, there are damages to the museums.
Yeah,
but not damages that
stuff.
have cost the museum.
Well, no. If anything, it's people who've paid to. They've got. I don't know. I'm going to say an artist. Top head, Rembrandt. They've got a Rembrandt. Oh no, it wasn't a Rembrandt. It was. We all thought it was, but this guy. Oh well, we're not giving him any money. We didn't anyway. Nice.
And some of his forgeries are actually like really bad, and it's amazing that he got away with them.
Nice.
Like one of his like methods is he basically photocopies the thing, sticks it to a board, and then just adds oil paint over it.
Like
so it looks like
Tracy.
oil paint. But yeah, he's just tracing over it. And he's like a really good artist. Like,
So the documentary. This sounds like it needs to be quite a fun, bubbly documentary. Like this feels like the YouTube quick cut style, or like Floyd Landis, a life in animation. Was that what that was called? Another documentary. Like how that had lots of funny little animations and. It sounds like that.
It's not like that, which makes it which is part of what makes it hardish to watch at first. It's just done very seriously and normal. But so at first it's kind of like before like I sort of spoke by saying that he's got like mental illness, but you can kind of tell. Like, like before you know that for a fact, he just seems very awkward. Like he's an awkward old man, and then as you go through it, like and things he says, you just realise. No, this guy's just fascinating and in a complete world of his own. Yeah. Honestly, like you could put, like if you took his mannerisms and gave them to someone in like a horror film who's like playing a psycho character, like literally like psycho, like Norman Bates like type character, you would believe that that person was psycho. But instead, what he does is he gives art away to museums.
Forged art.
Yeah, that he makes himself.
What a guy. What's his name again, sorry?
Mark Landis.
He's
got loads of other names as well, but I believe Mark Landis is his real name.
Nice.
It's definitely worth a watch.
Okay. I don't know what to make of this.
Neither did I. Like, the whole time you're watching it, and like with his personality as well, it's like he's not doing any harm, but he kind of is. But he's not. And he's like, he lives in like this really small, like this flat thing that I think with his mother's and stuff.
Yeah.
And he has like the mother thing that goes with the Norman Bates like style, like his mother's dead, and it's sort of quite broken down to him. And it's like, this guy's would be terrifying in other circumstances, but instead he's just fascinating, and you just can't hate him.
Yeah, what?
You can't like what he does, but you can't hate him.
Tom, I've spent the last 4 days barely keeping food down. I don't need this shit. Right, I need you to keep talking. I need to get my phone.
Yeah.
I've forgotten the name of something I want to talk about.
Yeah, so Sam is going to go get his phone and find out what something's called.
You'll understand why.
Yeah.
There's a couple of ways the title could be, and I don't want to be so... I'll be unprofessional enough to get my phone. I don't want to be so unprofessional as to not get the name right.
I was professional enough to get my phone before we started recording.
I did it! I did that, and I was fine until Art Forgery McForgerson came in, and then my mind went, right, okay. Are we moving on? You've got more to say about that. You recommend it, I take it.
I recommend it. I will tell you the thing at the end, because it doesn't wreck anything that's in it. It's worth watching,
but
I think you might
not
like it.
In the
but not in
recording.
this, because if you watch it, and you get to that ending, it's like the Floyd Norman moment that you get in that, where it's just like, I just want to smile, because, but it's not a good thing. But it is. Okay. It's amazing because of the character.
Okay, right. Moving on then. I've got a high budget and a low budget. Where would you like to start?
We'll go with the low budget.
Low budget. Okay, that's what I had to get my phone for. I only watched it because of the title. When you're ill, I watch films.
Yeah.
That's what I do. And it's called I Don't Feel at Home in This World Anymore.
Okay.
Have you heard of it? Do you know
No.
anything about it? No. Okay. So I started watching it on my own really late at night. Can't sleep, can't keep food down. I'm just going to start watching. I got to a bit and was like, fuck this. I need to watch this with Sarah. I need to share this with someone. I'm telling this off now. Right. Stars Melanie Linsky,
Nope.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a film pretty iconic back in the day called Heavenly Creatures? I think it was Peter Jackson. I'm pretty sure it's Peter Jackson from Lord of the Rings.
I think so, but
Cool.
I'm not sure I've seen
This
it.
is convoluted,
Yeah.
but trust me, it's got young Kate Winslet in, and it's based on a true story in, I think, Australia or New Zealand. And it's about two girls who started a relationship and then murdered their parents. And the film is like, was at the time really shocking because it was very, very graphic.
Yeah.
And there were lesbians, and growing up, like if you're my age of 30, you grow up with a crush on Kate Winslet, and that was Kate Winslet kissing a girl, yay, kind of shit. The other girl in that is Melanie Lynskey from Heavenly Creatures, and she's in this, and it's really nice that she's got an indie career and stuff. Okay, it's about a woman. She works in a hospital, but that's not important. That's just background. And her house gets robbed, and she has kind of anxiety anyway in medicine. And when they rob her house, they take her laptop, her silverware, and her medication. So she sort of like, at first she kind of breaks down and has this amazing moment where she's reading a children's book, like her friend's child, and breaking down in tears, making it the saddest child story ever.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she suddenly has like a sparky moment where she decides, I'm going to sort my life out. So she starts fixing her trashed home, and the police come around and they're not helpful. And she starts fixing her home, and there's this great montage of her like tidying up, and she goes in the garden and she finds a broken light bulb and a footprint on the floor. So in this montage, she then goes and buys paste, but then has to like, in this montage, it's great when you watch it. They do it like 2-3 times where it's like lots of quick things, but then the character's forced to wait, so they just hold the shot and the music slows down, and then as soon as they get past, so she's going to the checkout with this paste, and then, or plaster or whatever you call it, and then as she gets to checkout, a girl pushes in, so she's just stood there like, and the montage like cuts out, and then the montage cuts back in, and she's like mixing the paste, and she puts it on this footprint, and she finds this footprint of this guy's broken shoes, and then a neighbour comes past with a dog, and the dog shit in her yard, so she comes out to have a go. The neighbour's Elijah Wood, and he plays a slightly socially reclusive, very angry, ninja-obsessed guy who's all very, I have knowledge, who thinks he's a ninja. And then she has her phone. I'm going to go like maybe 20 minutes into this. Her phone pings that her laptop's on and tells her where her laptop is. She rings the police, and the police are like, we need a search warrant, we can't do that. She's just on my fucking phone right now. She has no one else to go to, so she goes to Elijah Wood, and then they meet and actually introduce. They haven't even exchanged names by this point. All they've done is argue about the dog shitting, and then they go to this house. This is how this sequence goes, and this is where I was like, okay, I have to stop here. I have to go watch this with my girlfriend Sarah. Elijah Wood pulls out a mace, but not just a mace with like a stick and then a chain and then a ball with spikes on it.
Oh, so flail.
Flail. He pulls out a flail. This guy's on the door. He's like, get the fuck out of my house. He's like, I think my laptop's in there. He goes, you can have these nuts. Elijah Wood waves the flail at him. The guy goes to pull the flail from Elijah Wood, hits himself in the face, goes through the door. They storm in after this guy. Elijah Wood pulls out a ninja star, throws it into the wall, pulls out a smoke bomb, lights it, throws it in a corner. There's a little explosion, but nothing major. The other people in the house are like, the fuck are you? Get the fuck out before we da. They all start arguing. The woman presses her phone and her laptop starts beeping. And then the guy's like, oh shit. She takes her laptop and then she's like, this is my laptop. I just need it. She goes to walk away and then she goes, I need the charger cable as well. They give her the charger cable while she's waiting and trying to keep her dignity. And then she gets like information about where they got the laptop from and stuff. And then somehow this leads to them being caught up in this big conspiracy. Like, I say big, it's small as in it's not like world changing or anything, but there's a lot of like characters that they meet.
Extremely convoluted.
Yeah, they got almost like a mini kind of road trip, but because it's indie, there's a lot of kind of weird, quirky moments in it. I really enjoyed it. Like, it's not the best film ever, but it was a fun night, you know. I'm watching it again way often. Like, she had the same reactions I did to this bit's really funny, this bit's a bit awkward, or the ending's a bit of a cop-out. Felt that, but apart from that, I recommend it. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. I only watched it because the title was like, that title sounds like this could be an interesting quirky watch, and that's exactly what it was. I recommend it.
Yeah. Proper.
Cool. High budget. You
High
ready?
budget, yeah.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Cool. Marvel, Doctor Strange. Marvel have yet to make a bad film.
Okay.
I don't think Marvel, since Iron Man, I don't think there's a bad film in the Infinity War franchise like that. There's some ones I don't particularly care about, like Captain America, the most boring hero in the world, but there isn't a bad one, and Doctor Strange is fine.
Yeah.
It's really stupid, but it knows it is, so it doesn't take itself seriously. I don't like compared to the comics, they got the backstory about right. They changed like some of the characters, and Tilda Swinton, who's a fantastic actress, plays what should be a really prominent Asian role. So I'm not sure about that, but it was really. Me and my girlfriend watched that as well, and was just like, "This is a lot of fun." As a film, this is a lot of fun, and the fucking visuals, man, like. They got it right where like people are running and the walls are changing, the whole perspective, and there's lots of acid trips and da da da. And it's really, really enjoyable. I didn't want it to be. I was sort of like, it's Benedict Cumberbatch, he's a bit of a tosspot, and it's Marvel and it's Doctor Strange. Like, he's one of the most OP guys. Like, if in early comics, obviously, I'm a comic geek, early Doctor Strange could do anything.
Yeah.
Then they're like, that's too strong. Stories aren't interesting enough. Let's retcon him. Now he can almost do anything. But in this, it works. Like, it really, really works.
That would be a really cool superhero.
Right.
A superhero that can almost do anything. Like, literally can almost do anything.
Can't quite do anything, but just almost.
Yeah.
I can almost save the day.
I can fly-ish.
Yeah.
I can jump really far.
I can fall with style. Yeah. There's a good vein of humour through it. There's a really great bit. They're in like he's in like the trading monastery place where if you know anything about the Strange, you know that. Okay, there's a lot of like mysticism and magic involved, and he gets given a parchment, and he takes the parchment and he's like, is this some kind of like training or something? And the guy goes, no, it's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages. Walks out the room and it's just like, yeah, nice little touches. Nice. And he gets his cape. If you know Doctor Strange, he's like, his stick, his cape, except he doesn't get the stick, but the cape is super important to his character, and he gets the cape, and they do the cape, as in the cape's kind of alive and a bit like a magic carpet from Aladdin scenario, and that's a lot of fun. Mads Mikkelsen, you will know him from so many things. Bond, he was Blofeld in Bond, I believe, or some shit. No, he wasn't Blofeld. Who was he in Bond? I'm sure he's in one of the Daniel Craig Bonds. He's like a Swedish actor, really, really, really good, popular. Turns up a lot of things. Played Hannibal in the TV series Hannibal. Yeah. He plays the bad guy, or the humanist bad guy. There's a time loop sequence which I fucking loved because they edited it like, this is a time loop sequence. They didn't just do like, it's once. They quick cut it and went, this is happening again. Congratulations. And when you watch it, one of the most fun things you'll have is guessing where Benedict Cumberbatch's accent is from at this point, because his American is all over the place. And like Sarah, my girlfriend Sarah, honestly didn't even realize he was supposed to be American for a while, and then he goes like tries it on thick, then it comes back, then it's a very, very dodgy accent, but it works in the context of the film because the film, like I said,
it's weird.
It's weird and musical and a lot of fun. Like it's not Guardians of the Galaxy level of I fucking love this as a standalone film. I would recommend this to people, but as a harmless fun, it was like Ant-Man. Yeah, like Ant-Man came out with the same thing, which I enjoyed. That it was fun. Don't care about all the big super bollocks and stuff. And if anything, I think Marvel, the less they put the wider bullshit universe into their films and the more they focus on just that character story, the better the film is. Yeah. Again, they haven't made a bad one, but like, if you watch Captain America Civil War, like, probably the middle bit of that is fucking great, where everyone's fighting everyone, and the beginning and end are kind of bollocks. And Doctor Strange isn't like that. I recommend that. I don't know, like, it's the technical side, but that's kind of probably really boring for a podcast. Both of them actually, I don't feel at home in this world anymore. I had the same, like the shot choices were so interesting, and in Doctor Strange, like just the effects, the CGI, and the way they do the CGI. There's because there's a time thing as well to Doctor Strange, etc. There's a bit where people are fighting as a city landscape is not being destroyed, it's rebuilding itself. And seeing people fight as things are rebuilding rather than exploding, and the hazards that come into that was very interesting. Like, it visually, very, very accomplished. I enjoy it. It's a really nice film to look at and watch. And like I said, it's harmless, and there's good performances, and Benedict Cumberbatch has a crazy accent. But I actually enjoyed him as Doctor Strange. He was a very good Doctor Strange. Like, I'd say almost like Patrick Stewart, Jean-Luc Picard as Professor X level. That just makes fucking sense as casting. Well played. You know what I mean?
Fine.
Yeah. That's it. I've done my 2 films.
Yeah. So
You've
they're
done
all worth
your
watching.
Forged Art Critic.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So-
Mark Landis, definitely worth watching. Well, Arts and Crafts.
Arts and Crafts.
Definitely worth watching.
Worth watching. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. I said that wrong. Yeah.
Worth watching.
Very worth watching.
Doctor Strange, not a bad choice to watch.
Doctor Strange is, if you want a good popcorn blockbuster, Doctor Strange is like a good popcorn. It's a good popcorn blockbuster. Yeah. It's a blockbuster, and it works as a blockbuster. We're back in an age where blockbusters are fun again.
Yeah.
Like, we've got past the Transformer, Ninja Turtle level of it's all CGI. We now have good stories as well, and you know, I thank Guardians. I think every day that Guardians of the Galaxy exists because I love that film so much. The trailer for number 2, like, so much. But yeah. So that's it. They're all good. This is a positive return. Don't know if it's a return to form. You can let us know. 5 or 8 listeners.
Yeah. Whenever we put it out. If
it gets out.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So hope you enjoyed that.
I hope you enjoyed it too. We
click
both
like and
hope you enjoyed
subscribe.
it. No, we're doing that, are we?
You got to press that stupid bell button apparently.
Yeah, if you want to have us in the feed or something.
I don't know.
Well, we're out.
Watch the video. If you watched it, thanks.
In a bit.
Bye.
Bye.